You got one halfway down the southeast hill on Turtle Island, about 50 foot up from the tree.
Get off our land! They're poisoning my land now! Get off of it!
This is what Thanksgiving Day 2016 looked like on the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation, and another standoff between water protectors and the Dapple gang.
Is this what you came for?
Yeah,
This is it. This all started when one of the water protectors went out to what we're calling Turtle Island. He was going to build a makeshift bridge to go across to the other side when they opened fire on him. When the call went out that shots were fired, everybody from the camp went out to respond. Even though the call went out that shots were fired, nobody from the water protectors carried weapons to the line that day. In fact, we never have. Prayers went up from both sides of the river for a peaceful end to today's action. The goal was to get this group of people across that narrow, frigid strip of water to a site where ancestors are buried. And with the exception of one minor incident, they did pretty good.
Okay, got a guy on top of the hill with a fire hose wetting down the trail so they can't get up. I hope he doesn't think that's the only way up that hill. We're not.
Once security, the medics, and first responders were all in place along with observers, it was time to bring the people over. Action leaders placed themselves and the banner well below the police officers and were never a threat. This overzealous response by the Dapple gang to protect the pipeline comes at a huge expense to taxpayers across the country. In the end, this video will prove that out. This girl found a place to pray that was out of the line of fire.
You're getting out of the line of fire.
Nobody was even close to the police officers, but they still tried to spray them with fire hoses.
And they're trying to spray our people over there with the signs.
None of the water protectors had any intention of going any farther up the hill, so I'm not real sure why they felt the need to mobilize over 100 militia troops to come and stand around and watch people pray. Since this was on Thanksgiving Day, I'd venture to say that many of them were on overtime. This man's weapon says less lethal. I guess that means it only kills some of the people it hits. Some of the people went down the riverbank where they were met by a show of forces ranging from city police to U.S. Border Patrol. They had large canisters of pepper spray, both lethal and non-lethal weapons.
And 2 years later, I found documents that said it was 2,500 times the legal limit. They purposely knew they were killing people, and you're protecting them.
At the end of the day, the sun came out and shined a light on the thousands of taxpayer dollars wasted while police officers stood in militarized gear and watched peaceful people pray. If they'd have left us alone to pray in the first place, none of the violence would have happened. Every act of violence I've seen since I came to Standing Rock was perpetrated by this militarized police force, this militia I call the Dapple gang.
Well, they're doing it. We left the beach, they're leaving the hill.
Thousands of American taxpayer dollars have been wasted trying to stop what you see right here.